So, talking about the born bread issue, we have three categories of people that need to take one or two things from it. We have the masses, we have the entrepreneur, and we have the content creator. So, I believe every one of us fall into one of these three groups. So, I'm going to talk about the lessons we have to learn from it, because everything on social media is about learning from other people's experience, so that we will not fall into the to be a victim or. So I'm going to talk about the masses, the entrepreneur, and the content creator. So talking about the masses, what are the masses? What do we need to learn from it? We have to learn that whatever we put into our mouth, we are responsible for what we put into our mouth, and we are responsible for our health. So we should learn to read about everything. You understand? Don't just ingest anything into your mouth. Read about it. What are the ingredients? You should educate yourself about, okay, what is the shelf life of everything I'm eating? When was it produced? And how long does it supposed to last? Then we have to read about it. And we have to also learn how to report if we have any issues about it. You can report to appropriate agency. Like in Nigeria, we have the NAFDAC, and we have to learn. Seriously, we have to really learn a lot about what we eat, because what we eat, we are responsible for it, and we have to talking about the born bread issue. A bread that lasts more than probably. That lasts unusually. We all know bread's not supposed to last more than probably a week, or depending on the preservative. You understand? But be that as it is, a bread should not last up to 2 weeks, no matter what. That means it's bad. We all know. So we should know that when a bread lasts more than unusually number of days, then we should know that no, this is a bad bread. Then we should learn how to do the appropriate things. And we have to also learn how to report. So I've spoken about that. And talking about the entrepreneur, I think as an entrepreneur, as a company owner, we should learn three things, which is quality assurance, and how to scale, scalability, and how to balance power. So as an entrepreneur, when you start a business, you may actually you know what you are doing, and you understand everything about it, and the kind of product, your ingredients and everything, you know what you use. And we all pray for business to grow. So, and when the business grow, you now have to scale. Maybe you used to make probably 1 kilogram of flour per day before, and you know all your ingredients, and people like it, they love it. And after a while, there is high demand for it. Then you scale up your production, and you now have to employ other people. So when you employ people to join you, and you are still in the process of making everything, so you oversee everything there, because you know what you are doing. And at a point in time will come where you have to scale your product to employ people, and you will not be able to see the day-to-day activities of what they are doing in your company again. So at that point in time, you will now have to educate your workers that, okay, whatever they are doing, they're also responsible for any litigation action that comes after that. Let's say, for instance, now, talking about the issue of bread, when you buy a product, there is a production date written on it, there's a batch number written on it. So you have to educate your workers that, okay, if there is an issue with particular bread, there will be a production date, there will be a batch number, and any worker responsible on that day, or any worker responsible for that particular working on that day, will be responsible for any litigation action that comes with it. I'm not saying that you are exonerating yourself entirely from it, but they should know that, okay, these are the ingredients we need to use to produce our bread. But for you to be sure that they're actually doing the right thing, they are not using any ingredients you're not supposed to use. Sometimes some of these managers and I'm not saying that is what is happening in this case, but We can also think of it in this way, that okay, what if you employ someone that is doing something that is not even among the policy, that is not even written in the policy of your company. Let's say maybe one of your manager or a nutritionist or someone is including an ingredient that will make your bread to last unusually, maybe to last more than 3 months, more than a month, just for profit gain. You as a business owner, you're happy that there is no any recall, there is no any issue anywhere, and people love your product. Then you will not know that there is issue with your product. Then you even be rewarding the manager or whoever may be responsible for that. But they know within themselves that they are adding something to it that made the bread to last longer unusually. I'm not saying that is what is happening in this scenario, but I'm just telling you to know that as a business owner, you should emphasize and maybe like know how important it is to ensure that there is quality assurance. Like you set up a team to scrutinize the production process, you understand, to look into what they are doing, day-to-day activities, go on unnoticed, supervise what they are doing. Are they doing the right thing? Are they adding the right ingredient? Because this woman may not know they are doing the wrong thing, because she started the product maybe as a good on a good note, and there was no any issue of adding any unnecessary ingredients or something. And at a point in time, maybe as the company scaled and there are a lot of people employed, then there will be an issue of employing someone that wants to shortcut the process. So what I'm saying in essence is that there should be a quality assurance in any company, and we should take it very serious. And another thing we have to look at, to learn from, is excessive use of power. We should avoid excessive use of power as an entrepreneur. Let's say you are an entrepreneur, you should avoid excessive use of power. So that woman in particular, the CEO of the company, shouldn't have told that part of litigation process. So, okay, there was an issue. Someone called your attention that, okay, the name of your company is, or this, there was a video circulating on the media that so bread that looks like your own, and you felt, or they made you believe that bread is yours. What you're supposed to do is to ensure you speak with the person. If you communicated to the person and the person did not reply, go and meet the person. Like, take yourself, like, go and meet the person personally. That is what I will have done. I will stand up and I will go and meet the woman in her shop, and I was like, okay, what is the issue? Can we discuss it? Oh, this is the bread. This is what is happening. If actually that bread belongs to your company and you are sure that the logo and everything is yours, take it to your company, look at the production date, look at the batch number, call all the workers that are responsible on that day. You investigate in your house, do an in-house investigation to be sure that bread, that is not a manufacturer. You to be so sure that that issue is not emanating from your company. Because sometimes there are things going on in the company that the CEO is not aware about. So you do an in-house investigation to be sure that actually that problem is not coming from your company. So you should use your power in-house first. Then look at the person. Like, I believe in a philosophy that if you have 100 ways of punishing people and they have offended you, and you have power to maybe, like, you have 100% of power to deal with them, please exercise your patience and probably use only, if at all you will use only 20%. You understand? Do not, because look at it from this aspect, like, God has a way of dealing with us. He doesn't use all our power to punish us when we offend him or when we commit sins. He forgives us or wait for us to ask for forgiveness. So the same thing goes for an entrepreneur. Like, you should not just, or for anybody as I would say, you should not just use all your power. Because I watched some of the videos where said the woman was taken to custody. Police infringed on her personal rights. They made her to sleep in the cell overnight. So all those things are, to me, I consider it excessive use of power, if you ask me. So I will say it's not nice. It's not nice, and it's not good for your brand as an entrepreneur to be known for excessive use of power. Look at the incident about when there was an issue of Dangote truck having having an accident, like that has issue with Dangote issue truck or something like that. Dangote did not use his power like he has money or he has power to bring down the case or something like that. The company took responsibility and they tried to solve the matter amicably. You understand? They know the importance of brand, and they know how important it is when there's a brand name is being mentioned on social media. Sometimes it's better not to use your power. You understand, when your brand is involved. So that's another lesson we have to learn as an entrepreneur. And talking about the content creator, as a content creator, we should know that we are responsible for whatever we share on social media. We are responsible for controlling or moderating our comment section. If someone comments something you feel you don't like, delete the comment or debunk it, or make a additional video to address the misconception. You understand? That's one thing about as one of the responsibilities of a content creator. And another thing about it is we should know that we should know the issue of litigation. Like you are liable to be sued for any information you made available to the public. So it can be used as a litigation process, or whatever they may say, or as the legal practitioner will call it. So I think everyone learns. So in summary, the masses have a lot to learn, the entrepreneur has a lot to learn, and the content creator has a lot to learn as well. The masses, we should know what we eat, read about it, know what we are eating, and know how to report if we suspect anything. Then the entrepreneur should know what is quality assurance, and know that when you scale, you should be responsible to ensure that the quality is being maintained, and we should not use power excessively. Thank you very much. And if you learn one or two things from here, you should just maybe follow me, subscribe, and give me a like. Thank you. Bye.